Grey's Anatomy, the medical drama that redefined television, just reached a milestone very few shows ever achieve. 450 episodes, nearly 2 decades of heartbreak, healing, and hope. And tonight, we're on set with the cast as they celebrate this remarkable journey, one that began as a simple pilot script called the untitled Shonda Rhimes Project Dot back in 2005. No one could have predicted what was about to happen. A fresh cast of mostly unknown faces stepped onto a hospital set in Seattle and into television history. What started as a medical drama quickly became a cultural touchstone, redefining how we see love, loss, and life inside the halls of Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital. As the cameras rolled on the 450th episode, there was laughter, nostalgia, and more than a few tears. Ellen Pompeo, the heartbeat of the series since day one, stood side by side with her longtime co-stars, reflecting on the legacy they've built together. "When we started," she shared, "we didn't even have a title. None of us knew we were part of something that would still matter 20 years later. That sense of family is what has carried this show through every twist, every tragedy, and every unforgettable goodbye. And even when the cameras stop, that bond doesn't fade." Recently, the cast came together in support of their friend and former co-star, Eric Dane, beloved by fans as the unforgettable Dr. Mark Sloan, McSteamy. Now, Eric is facing a new chapter in his life, one that's both deeply personal and incredibly brave. As he opens up about living with ALS, the cast reached out immediately. "What do you need? Where do you need us?" One of them said. Their love and loyalty go far beyond the script, as one co-star shared. "Bless his heart for having that grace to let us into his journey. I'm really impressed by how he's dealing with it and shining a light on ALS. That's just who Eric is. Strength wrapped in kindness." Another texted him to say, "We're praying for you." His reply was simple. "Pick. I love you." Moments like that remind everyone that the Grey's family isn't just a phrase. It's real. That real emotion is what has always made Grey's Anatomy special. From the heartbreak of Denny Duquette's death to Meredith's near drownings, Derek's tragic car crash, and the countless emotional surgeries that mirrored real-life pain, the show has always gone beyond drama. It's been therapy for millions. Creator Shonda Rhimes once admitted that even she wasn't immune to the heartbreak she created. She revealed that out of all the characters she's written, and yes, there have been over 10 major deaths, one loss nearly broke her. Denny Duquette, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, was the one that hit hardest. "I remember when he died on set," she said. "We filmed the scene, and I went back to the writer's room and sobbed like a baby for an hour. It was too real." Fans still talk about that storyline nearly 20 years later, a love so powerful it became a benchmark for TV. Romance. That emotional truth is what has made Grey's Anatomy endure while so many other shows came and went. It's not just about the surgeries or the scandals. It's about connection. It's about the human heart. Through the years, we've watched the doctors of Grey Sloan grow, fall apart, fall in love, and come back stronger. We've said goodbye to beloved characters, from Christina Yang to Alex Karev, from George O'Malley to Derek Shepherd, but even when they leave, they never really disappear. Their stories live on through flashbacks, memories, and the impact they left behind, just like real people do, at the 450th celebration. Cast members shared what this journey means to them. Chandra Wilson, who's played Dr. Miranda Bailey since day one, said, "We've grown up here. We've seen each other's children born. We've cried together. We've laughed together. This set is home." James Pickens Jr., who's portrayed Dr. Richard Webber since the pilot, agreed. "When I walk onto this set, I still feel that same spark from the first day. We're a family, and we built something that's going to last." That sense of continuity is rare in Hollywood. In a landscape filled with reboots and short-lived streaming hits, Grey's Anatomy has become a symbol of endurance. Every week, it continues to deliver stories that mirror the chaos, the compassion, and the courage of real life. Even now, new cast members are stepping in and finding their place in the legacy. Each one brings new energy, but they also carry the history of those who came before. The writing room still echoes with the creative fire that Shonda Rhimes sparked back in 2005, a fire now, carried by showrunner Krista Vernoff and a new generation of storytellers who understand what the fans truly love, and those fans they've never wavered. From the early days of tuning in on Thursday nights to live-tweeting emotional episodes in the streaming era, Grey's loyal audience has stayed right there in the waiting room, ready for whatever the next heartbeat brings. During the on-set celebration, the energy was electric. Cast and crew gathered under bright studio lights, surrounded by set pieces that have become iconic: the scrub room, the nurse's station, that stairwell where confessions and heartbreaks always seem to happen. There were smiles, speeches, and even a few throwbacks to the early seasons that made fans nostalgic for the original Seattle Grace days. Ellen Pompeo thanked everyone who's kept the show alive, not just the cast and crew, but the fans who've turned it into a movement. "This show is more than just entertainment," she said. "It's a reflection of real people, real struggles, and real love. We've told stories that matter. That's what keeps us going." From groundbreaking representation to tackling medical and social issues long before they became mainstream, Grey's Anatomy has always been ahead of its time. It's given viewers a space to feel seen, whether through stories of grief, resilience, or triumph. And after 450 episodes, the mission hasn't changed. As the cameras panned across the smiling faces of the cast, there was a feeling that this milestone wasn't an ending. It was another heartbeat in a story still unfolding. The show that began as the untitled Shonda Rhimes project has become one of television's most enduring families. Shonda once said, "As long as there are stories to tell, Grey's will have a heartbeat." And tonight, that heartbeat is louder than ever. From all of us here, congratulations, Grey's Anatomy. 450 episodes of love, legacy, and life. And here's to the next chapter in television history.